Hey everyone, it's Chris Pepelinsky. I can't believe it's already October already, so it's good to be back, doing the good old reviews again. So I figured, I know I'm probably a little bit behind on the most recent up-to-date movies that came out, but I figured the one that I really wanted to talk about was the sequel to the Kingsman, the Golden Circle. So I can't believe that one came out like over 2 years ago around the same time. 50 Shades of Grey came out, which is crazy how quickly 2 years goes by. So anyway, the storyline this time deals, like takes place about like a year after the events of the first movie, in which, Gary Eggsy Unwin kind of took over the Gilead name after Harry was presumed killed by Valentine in the first movie, but then it's actually discovered that Harry wasn't killed, but actually he was just shot in the eyes. So that kind of explains how he came back. And in this particular case, after a particular incident, wipes out the Kingsman headquarters, killing most of the agents except for Eggsy and Merlin, and then they end up going through some doomsday protocol, which causes them to interact with their American counterparts called the Statesmen, which they have like where the Kingsmen have like a tailor shop as their cover, for their activities, and then the Statesmen have like their cover to the Arco Brewery. It's kind of funny. It has like a bigger cast, including Jeb Bridges, who plays Champagne, and then you have Channing Tatum, play Tallahassee, and then you got a character named Whiskey, and then Halle Berry plays a medical doctor, named Ginger Ale, which is kind of funny how the American counterparts, have, their names after, drinks and stuff, whereas the Kingsmen are named after, like, seems like famous kings and knights and stuff like that. So, Julianne Moore takes over, the villainous, role from Samuel Jackson, playing a drug dealer, so it's named, Poppy Adams. Not quite sure what to make of her character, since I would say, even though she's a great actress and all, but I kind of feel, in my opinion, the character's a little bit too much over the top, campy, unlike, Samuel Jackson's character Valentine, had his, funny moments, but it wasn't like overly top annoying at times. But, like I said, when it's a different character, they got different things. So, yes, her particular character, Poppy, wants to, I guess, get rid of the war on drugs, and then, kind of like, give herself like immunity in exchange, and things like that. I would say in terms of the storyline, I mean, it's still enjoyable, since you get to see Merlin and Eggsy, and then Harry, trying to regain his memories, since he had amnesia, the side effect of being shot. So is it like in terms of the quality? I would say the first one's a little bit better because it's somewhat better storyline, but the sequel, I would say, is good for what it is. I mean, is it a little long? Yes. I kind of wish they gave the American counterparts, including Shannon Tatum's character, a little bit more screen time, since he was, in my honest opinion, one of the best things about the film. But I guess I will just say this. I mean, hopefully they'll do a third installment, since it'll be interesting to see the continued adventures of the Kingsmen, the Statesmen, fighting, together side by side, which I think would be a pretty cool, way. Like, I don't know if they'll do it in a trilogy or have other characters, but I guess the way I would say, the possibilities, for the Kingsman storyline are endless, and hopefully, for those that see the video, they can comment on it, share what they thought about the movie itself. Maybe they might have a different take on it than I did, and the next one I'm hoping to talk about is the sequel to Blade Runner 2049. Until then, sayonara.